All right, so as Tracy mentioned, and you've probably read in bios or whatever literature you've been reading about this, my name is Julia. As it says here, I live in Denver, Colorado. That is very recent. I moved from the South, so born and raised Metro Atlanta, Alabama, the Carolinas. Pretty much just running wild through the expansive pine forests. I did a lot of barefoot exploration, skinned my knees a lot. And honestly, that really shaped me as a person and who I am today. But I didn't quite realize that, or I wasn't really able to verbalize that until high school, when I began doing some research on environmental issues for a literature class, of all classes. And pretty much as soon as I discovered the work to be done in environmentalism and the world of natural resources, that was it for me. My flame was ignited, and I knew that I needed to be an advocate for positive change in this world and for people and the planet. So I have some pictures. This is me in the outdoors as a child. I don't know what I'm doing here in the pine straw, but it made me who I am today, so there you go. And so then that led me to Project Green Challenge in 2011. I was a high school senior, and honestly, it changed my life. I was forced to communicate and meet pretty much everyone at my school, and really learned how to engage people around me and figure out kind of my place, or at least my next place in the environmental movement. And it definitely led me to where I am today. And I honestly don't think I'd be here today without it, and where I am in my career. And Project Green Challenge and Turning Green, the whole staff, all of the students that I've met, really was the first organization, the first place where I was mentored and guided and shaped into a advocate and a very passionate young person about justice issues. So I came back year after year. There's a fuzzy picture of me holding some apples a few years ago. Here's another fuzzy picture of me with some other people. I don't know why they're fuzzy, but that's fine. There's me speaking one year. Here we go, not fuzzy pictures. So I did Project Green Challenge, came back year after year. It was amazing, really guided and shaped me. And now I am a college graduate, high school graduate, and Teens Turning Green, or Turning Green, has seen me through all of those things, which is quite amazing. But before we move on, I want to do a quick exercise because I want to talk about this recent step that I took into the real world. And so if we could all stand up. This will be quick, I promise. You don't need a ton of space. You just need to be able to look down at your feet and see the space around your feet. Okay, so can everyone look down at your feet? This is what I do when I'm thinking about my next steps, my future. I get very overwhelmed easily because I see all of the problems and I see myself and I say, okay, I want to be running this, I want to be doing that, and I think about like 10 years from now, where do I want to be? And then I end up paralyzed because I don't know where to move from there. So if you all look down at your feet, you'll notice you see space around your feet, right? So imagine that space is only the width of your feet. You can go forward, you can go to the side, you can go back. And then wherever you move, you have new space around your feet. So those are your options. Those are your steps that you can take. So when I'm feeling overwhelmed by my future, I say, okay, these are the values that I want to live my life by. These are the goals I've set for myself. This is what I want to do with my life. What are the possible very next steps that I could take? And then once you move, you have a whole new set of options. And the beautiful thing is, if you make a misstep and say you move back, that's fine, because if you move back forward again, you'll still never really be in that same place because you have that experience of that recent step that you took. And so for me, it's just a calming thought, a calming exercise that I do to figure out kind of how to keep moving even when I don't know what I'm going to be doing. So the most recent next step that I took was becoming an AmeriCorps Vista member. Basically, I could talk about this all day. AmeriCorps is crazy. There's so many flavors of it. But my specific role, my overarching goal, is alleviating poverty through capacity building and organizational development. So basically, I'm not supposed to be doing a lot of direct service. Rather, I'm supposed to be using the resources and tools that I have to uplift the staff members around me and the community around me so that when I leave my position, that organization is better equipped to continue doing the good work that they're doing. So I have two sites. I work at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge in Denver, and that's run by the Fish and Wildlife Service, so government entity. I also work for a nonprofit called Environmental Learning for Kids. And so these are some of the kids that that I get to work with. So this is my friend Luce, this is Iris and Angel, and I do all sorts of things. So I do everything from youth and family education programming, leading service projects, giving tours, things of that nature, building partnerships, working with regional Fish and Wildlife, Park Service, Groundwork Denver, library. That's just the tip of the iceberg. So many people at play here. I take care of the nation's most endangered mammal, the black-footed ferret, do some animal husbandry, and take kids camping, hiking, exploring nature. So providing a bridge for historically marginalized, historically underserved communities to access the outdoors. And that's kind of what I really wanted to focus on today. I don't have a ton of time. I could probably talk to you for hours about this. But I've learned so much entering into this community. It's the community of Montbello. It's in Denver, far northeast. And this community has been historically marginalized by socioeconomics, geography, so literally physically where the community is, and history. And it's a really beautiful community, and I wanted to take a moment to just, first of all, congratulate you on being here and the diligence you've shown and the passion you've shown in Project Green Challenge. And then I want to also urge you, because you have gained so many resources, these social resources around you, peers, this network. You've gained head knowledge, you've gained tools for activism. I really want to urge you all to leverage those resources for people that are different from you, people that have different backgrounds from you, because it's really important that we look beyond ourselves and we partner with those around us. I have learned the importance of, when you enter into a new community, really using your voice to amplify the voices of others. Because you are all now leaders, and as leaders, it is your responsibility to bring new leaders up alongside you, to amplify those voices of new leaders and ignite that flame in community leaders that maybe hasn't been ignited, for communities that have such change makers in their midst that maybe just haven't been exposed to the solutions to environmental problems or empowered to take action in their communities. So I wanted to really focus on that for my little second part today, just telling you all that you have such amazing resources around you, and I wanted you to really, this is really special, and you have such potential here to bring about just the masses alongside you of young people and communities in need. So that was kind of my big urge for you. Oh, I do other things too, go camping, hiking, all that stuff. And so today, I wanted to just share with you, a few things that I've learned, besides amplifying the voices of those around you that are maybe different from your perspective. I've found that it's really important. I came into this community as an outsider. I have really learned many skills, and I'm thankful for this opportunity. But one of the most important things I've learned is just to listen first. I cannot go into a community and speak for that community. I have to go in and listen to their needs, meet them where they are. That's something we say a lot, meet people where they are. And they'll tell you what they need, and then you can partner and really activate whole new groups of people and mobilize the youth in this way. So if you listen first and you be kind always, that's something else I've learned. My current boss at the Wildlife Refuge, Ranger Tom, he tells me, Julia, I've spent my life in public service, and this is what I've learned. Play nice in the sandbox. So I want you to continue to be bold. I know that, you guys are such active, such passionate people, and you are so bold and so brave, and keep doing that with kindness. I think that's one of the most important attributes we can have as human beings. So I think my time is running out, but I wanted to leave you great. I wanted to leave you with kind of a quick summary. I know I've hopped around to a lot of different things, but I just wanted to emphasize today, when thinking about your future, capital F future, set those values and standards you want to live by, those goals, those big dreams that you have. Take a step, any step at all. I want you to continue moving. And then listen. Listen to those around you. Listen to people that are different than you. And be kind with your boldness. And then we can be these unconventional educators, unconventional activists, and we can effectively serve our local and our global community. Thank you.